These past few weeks have been a challenge for everybody, of course. Since we're in this together, we're sharing some video diaries of Americans practicing social distancing. Val Biancaniello is on the front lines of the coronavirus fight as a respiratory therapist from Pennsylvania. Alfonso Auz is getting meals to people's doors as a DoorDash delivery driver in North Carolina. Naj Austin is keeping people connected as the founder of a social club for people of color in Brooklyn. And the Reverend Hough Rogers is reaching the faithful online as the senior minister of the Scarsdale, New York Congregational Church. We're happy they are all sharing their experiences.
This is how my day begins during a coronavirus outbreak.
Woo-wee. A lot of people are really interested in how companies are pivoting to sort of meet this weird new demand that's sort of been thrust upon us.
And no matter who you are or where you are on life's journey, you are welcome here virtually.
And we are good to go.
The kids are okay. My anxiety level is climbing. I have to report to work in 2 days to the hospital, and I am a respiratory therapist.
My brothers they actually both work in hospitals. So they tell me it's crazy up there. They're on the front line as well.
We launched our digital membership site, which is basically all of Ethel's club rolled up onto an online platform.
And then we're going to do an activity.
Oh, there's a lot of learning going on. I thought that this would be more of a time of rest and respite, but my brain is more energized than it is normally because I'm out of my routine.
Governor Wolf said that all non-essential businesses need to close. Anything non-life sustaining needs to close. Are we going to be in the house next week? Not allowed out to the grocery store? We don't really know.
What's going on?
Our Instacart keeps getting substitutions because there's no fresh food in the store.
Empty shelves, no toilet paper to be found, no facial tissues, no napkins.
Met with our contractor because we were in the middle of expanding our clubhouse in Brooklyn. It was your typical entrepreneurial day, at least in my journey. A little different in the fact of having to build for a future that you don't necessarily know what to expect.
As I was leaving the parking lot area here, guy gives me a big thumbs up. You know, I kind of pointed at my shirt and he gave me a thumbs up. So people appreciate it.
I would say that today everyone's anxiety level was definitely up. I went to Target Master. I bought guns and ammo. Then I went to the gas station, filled up with gas.
Hey guys.
I saw a lot of people filling extra gasoline containers.
What are you doing?
People think that the apocalypse is happening.
Preparing for the worst. Hoping for the best.
And in truth, humanity's success as a species is predicated on the survival of the fittest. Folks in our congregation are doing okay. Sometimes love looks like leaving supplies for needy people on your porch. We are continuing to bring services to our community, and we're continuing to bring spiritual health and well-being to our people.
The kids are definitely getting bored, so a lot of eating.
Michael, what are you doing?
Eating a cookie.
Michael, what are you doing?
Making noodles.
Michael, what are you doing?
I'm eating an orange.
I started the morning off getting a coffee from a place not too far from my apartment. They had super strict social distancing rules, so it was one person at a time, but it felt really good to support a local business just because everything is super shut down in my neighborhood.
And I definitely think people should, listen to what's going on and not just blow it off, because it's about you. You need to keep yourself, look after yourself. But you know what? These times right now, you got to worry about the person next to you as well.
I don't know how that happened, but right before everything goes on sort of shutdown mode, we're getting a puppy. What do you guys think? We're so excited to see him arrive, and he's very sweet and very gentle.
Good Steven!
Good Steven.
I'm gonna call him James though.
No, Steven. What I've learned so far is that we can make just about anything work. Still healthy, everybody's a little cooped up, a little cabin fevery, And there's the puppy crying. But I think we got this. So
Night shift, 7P to 7A, another hospital.
There was a definite increase, for sure, of people coming in. And there is a shortage of PPE.
We're seeing that people have desperately needed community and a place to really center themselves. And so they're really finding a lot of solace in our digital membership where they can get that, which is a really sort of humbling and pressure-filled role to have throughout all of this.
my 7-year-old has a fever and is coughing and is feeling pretty miserable. I pray that my little guy continues to get better and that it was just a unfortunate cold and bad timing. But this has been a really interesting project, and we'll keep you posted.
You know what?
Our best wishes to the minister, her family, and everyone who took the time to share their experiences with us. There were so many interesting points in there, guys, but the one that really struck me was, I think a lot of people thought being confined to home would be more restful, but it's actually turned out to be more stressful because our routines are all so utterly disrupted.
Yeah, they are all so out of whack. But, you know, back to what you were saying, Tony, about getting a puppy. Now almost is a good time because you're sitting at home so you can train it.
You can train
Favorite daughter Kirby and her fiance Virgil are on the list for a Bernedoodle, so we hope that that comes through because they're quarantined at home, or they have to stay at home because of work. And now is a good time to do all the training. I think that's great. But what I liked is the guy who said people noticed his medical garb and, you know, gave him a special shout out because we really do appreciate the job that they're doing.
It's a great package, and what it reminds me, meeting all those people, is that we are living through a real moment of history. And historians are going to look at diaries like that 100 years from now, 50 years from now, and recreate these very unusual and extraordinary times.
Years from now, we'll have a story to tell our children and grandchildren. Just think about that for a second.